If you own a shop vac that could be converted into a blower system or a leaf blower with an open 2-inch tube, you can convert them into a nutcracker. No more hammers or hitting your fingers. It is a simple and inexpensive system to make and operate. I've personally used this to crack English walnut, black walnut, and pecan. The key to the system is in the thrust tube. With English walnut, you have a larger nut with a thin shell, so we use a larger diameter thrust tube that is shorter in length. With a black walnut, you have a much harder shell to crack, so we go to a smaller diameter thrust tube that is longer in length. You want just enough thrust to crack the shell but not damage the meat in the nut. So in conjunction with the thrust tube, we have a valve that controls how much air we're sending into the thrust tube. I have a rigid shop vac, so that is what I use for my blower. I bought the parts I needed at Home Depot. Home Depot is my personal choice of home improvement center, but any good home improvement center will have what you need. I have included step-by-step instructions on how to build the entire system that I feel are simple and easy to follow. I'll be cracking black walnut today, but I will include a short segment on some English walnut that I had cracked earlier. After you've cracked some walnuts, you take your hopper, dump them onto a tray. Here you have your cracked walnuts. Now you'll have some that don't crack. You can send them through a second time. Others don't crack enough. You can send them through a second time and crack them again. All you have to do is sit, pick through, and it takes just a little patience, but you can get some very nice nut meats out of the walnuts. The smaller pieces like this, take a nut pick and you can pick that meat right out. Now earlier I had cracked some English walnut. I will dump those out using the same system, only a different pipe. And as I said, you have to send some back through a second time, but there are some nice nut meats. It leaves a lot of them whole. But it's a very efficient and simple way of cracking walnut. We personally did almost 90 gallons of nut meat this year. We did it in about 4 days. We cracked all the walnuts and we picked through them. And like I said, we had almost 90 gallons of nut meat when we were done. Earlier I had said about changing the size of pipe. It's a very simple process. We have the 1.5 inch Schedule 40 conduit here with a reducer. We can glue the reducer onto the Schedule 40 conduit. We do not glue here, so we can interchange. This is the 1.25 inch pipe, which gives even more thrust on the smaller black walnut. It slides right into your 2-inch T, and you can go to cracking nuts. Now sometimes you'll get a nut that's a little bigger than you thought. It will lodge. It will lodge right here. You simply slide this out. You shut your system off, slide this out, take the nut out, and you're ready to go. Softer English walnut, pecan, you're going to want to slide the 2-inch tube in. It's a shorter tube, so you move your box up forward. But that is the only changing of the system you have to do. The main system is right here. We'll go back to the 1.25 inch pipe. We will continue on now, showing the list of items you will need to purchase and step-by-step instructions on how to build the entire system. I hope that my instructions were simple and easy to follow. I would be remiss to not say that if you want the perfect nut meat, this system is not for you. If you're looking for a fast, efficient way to crack walnuts for personal use in baking and such, this is a great system. You'll get some nice nut meat, and some will be left whole in various types of nuts such as the English walnut and pecan. But for the most part, you get various sizes of nut meat using this system. Once you've used your nutcracker a few times, you'll get a feel for as to how to set the airflow thrust and the size of pipe to use. I thank you for taking the time to watch this, and if you build one for yourself, I say congratulations on taking one more step and making one of life's tasks a little easier.